Looking through history, whether it's philosophy or um, of of ancients or modern philosophy like the red pill or whatever, there is this hate on people who are being told they're wasting their life. Yeah, when I'm scrolling through videos, TikTok or YouTube Shorts, whatever it may be, people associate that as you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life. Um, I don't think so. If I thought I was wasting my time, I wouldn't be doing that. Obviously, I find it interesting. So, being someone like me who is an introvert, I analyze people all the time. I I analyze people so I have to analyze people so quickly, you know, that it pretty much has to be almost instantaneously. And I use all my senses. So I can't just use my visuals when I analyze people. Um, I pick up on energies and stuff like that too. But if I'm sitting there just like staring at somebody, whether it's a man or a woman, if it's a woman, I look like a creep. If it's a man, the dude thinks I either want to fight him or I want to fuck him. So I have to analyze people really quickly if they're not talking to me or I'm in a group, just passing by or they're in the same room. We're not really talking, right? And I like to analyze. I like to analyze people, and that's why people think that I'm like, "Why are you so quiet? Are you shy?" I'm not really shy. I'm outrovert. I'm extrovert. With people I'm comfortable with. They get my sense of humor. Um, I just I don't feel comfortable around people that I don't know very well. I don't feel then my sense of humor don't really come out, and I really don't have anything to talk about because I'm not a person that really cares about small talk. And if I talk about things I want to talk about, I know they don't want to talk about it. Probably. So for somebody like me, um, it's it's very like meeting new people is extremely hard. It's always been extremely hard for somebody like me, and that's why I've used online dating in the past to meet people. It's been like a little buffer. Um, Anytime I try to cold approach women in the past, it hasn't really gone that well. I just feel more comfortable. Um, I don't know. I just feel more comfortable in that like I know they're single. They're coming to see me. We're gonna like one on one. It's not just like I go up because women usually don't put off signals to me that they want me to come and talk to them. But I'm not really staring at them that much. I'm not really looking at them. So um, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So my whole thing is with analyzing people. I analyze people like a lot on there. That's what I'm doing, and sometimes it's entertaining. I think it's funny. I'm analyzing animal videos. I think those are hilarious. I'm amazed to the intelligence of some of the animals that we think are just dumb and they don't know anything, and you can see how they strategize. It's kind of crazy. Um, So people say, "Oh, that's a huge waste of time." To you, it's a waste of time. To somebody like me who likes to analyze people, or things, or whatever, or situations, to me, it's awesome. Some people think if you play video games excessively, it's a waste of time. Well, how is that a waste of time? People who play video games, they usually play with other people online. So they're in a world that they're they're socializing with their friends with, in some world that is not constrained like this world, where this world is so boring and constrained. Like, there's cool things, obviously, with the senses. You don't have the senses on the video games, just visual and hearing, but you don't have the touch and the taste and the smell, obviously. But it's still a cool thing, a cool place to hang out, some kind of creative world, and your friends go and explore together. It's not it's a Obviously it's not as exciting where in real life, if you was to get in a car chase, I'm sure that would be there'd be a lot of anxiety, and that would be really scary. But it's a simulation, it's a fun simulation. So people say that's a waste of time. Like, how is that a waste of time? They're socializing. Um, it's almost like with um, these red pill people, and that's all I see is like people go to the gym, go to the gym. Like, going to the gym is great, man, but it just seems like that's like their whole life. Go to the gym, go to the gym. Um, and it just becomes annoying. Um, or like, make money. Like, you got to make money. Okay, make money for okay, so I could buy stuff, and then the stuff I buy will get old, and I want to buy more stuff, and I'm just continuously working, and I don't want to take any type of time to understand myself at all. Understand um possibly why I'm here, what's my purpose. It's just like, you just gotta work, and it's like I was talking about, like, I don't care in the last video I put up about females. Well, why do I say I don't care? Because it's not worth me. Um, I don't feel it's worth me to work that hard to try to be the Superman for the average American woman, and be like this Prince Charming, put all this work just for that, just for like somebody that might take my money, or just leave me anyway. Like, no, I do it for myself. Um, and a lot of these red pill content creators, which they have a lot of good information about females, and I think it's great to have an understanding about women, because they're highly complex, and a lot of men just think that they're crazy, but they don't understand that most of their actions are based off their present emotions. It took a long time for me to understand that um, a woman isn't what I do for a woman isn't like it goes in a bank. It's like, whatever I do for her, I just have to let it go. Like, I can't just be like, oh, I did this for her, and then why doesn't she like me now? No, it's some other reason why she doesn't like me. Um, it took a long time for me to be like, man. But it's like, why would I want to work this hard to become like this extreme alpha guy? Like, that's the whole thing. Look, like Andrew Tate, just be this alpha Chad. Blah, blah. But it's like, dude, I mean, it's cool. I've been with a lot of different females, man, and it gets boring. It gets boring. It really does. And I wasn't even with like 10 out of 10s like him, you know. I thought the women that I was with were attractive because I was with them. But it's just like, there's more to life than just like um chasing tail or whatever. Um, and it's like, what do you? What if I was to work 80 hours a week and gain all these resources, right? And make myself a millionaire and I got all this nice shit and you know, I can't take it with me when I'm dead. So, if I were to just spend my life in like a minimalistic type of situation, doing things I actually enjoyed instead of if you like working 80 hours a week doing something, that's cool. That's cool. But that's not me. So like if everyone had that alpha Chad mindset, like work, 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 and gain all these resources, like dude, some of us are artists, man. Like I'm an artist. I might not be a good artist, but I'm an artist. I have creativity in me. So I don't I'm not the type of dude that needs to exert my alphaness out there. I don't need to try to like act like I lift the heaviest thing or I'm the best fighter, I'm the best basketball player. I don't care. There's always somebody better than me anyway. So it's like even if I know I have some skills in something, somebody's going to come along and show that they're better than me. Well, I have good control of my ego, man. And I think ego is good, but I think that there's controlling that ego and um is probably like I was saying this and I have a bad memory. I think I was saying this is it's probably easier to have a good ego when everyone's you know um supporting you and your egos, but it's harder to uh, um tap into your ego when there's nobody there supporting you or giving you any type of validation. That's way harder. It's way easier when everyone's loving on you, but when no one's there loving on you, and you have to try to pick yourself up. You see these athletes that their whole life was one thing, being a football player, being a basketball player, and then like it ends, and they don't know what to do with themselves, so they end up turning to drugs or something because they they're a one trick pony, and they probably associated um their whole life with that ego, that persona, that the identity, you know. And it is good to have identity, but it's also good to not be, I think, not be constrained to an identity or a label, because once you start labeling yourself, you kind of put yourself in a box. And if you start liking things that are outside of that label, other people might be looking at you weird, um rejecting you, um and you're going to go through a lot of suffering when you do that. You're not going to get a lot of support when you go against the grain. Um, it's funny because I remember I made a video probably about a month ago about how I was parking in a different parking lot at work and nobody parked by me, and then now there's people parking by me. Um, and I felt weird like parking there. Like at first it was okay, but then I was just like I started feeling weird, like no one else is doing it, only me. But I just kept doing it, and now other people are parking down there now. So being a leader or going against the herd and forging your own path, it takes a lot of bravery. And something small like that, socially, it, if you think about it too much, and you get made fun of. Like my whole thing was, this is how I did toward it. Like I would just act like I was royalty, because like it was like basically The building I work at was we're redoing a building, like we restarted it from a different building, and no one really used the offices, and it's office parking, so like I just act like I'm royalty, and they like "Boo, boo, boo, hear ye, just like, and then I just like accept that and laugh it off. Um, but other people would just be like, it just depends on the people that you feel um that are just being malicious, or um it depends on your social group. Man, it's complicated too, but it's just having good control of your ego. Um, having good control of your shadow, man. Your shadow, like people always want to avoid the shadowness in them, and I get it. Like the shadow, no, like when you go on the date, like you don't want anyone to know any of the shadow. You don't want them to know your shadow self at all. I mean, it's all the ugly shit about you. It's all the shit that you suppress. It's all the stuff that you try to hide from the world, you know? And everyone has it. You look at everybody when you go out, you go to the gym, and everyone just looks like they're like, when they're all fit, like they just look like they have happy lives. They have nice clothes on and nice cars, and they always have nice haircuts, the dudes, and the girls like look good, and they're all fit and stuff. And you think like these people are perfect. Same as Instagram, um, and or social media. But you don't think like they have a shadow side too. Like you just look at them from what they're presenting. You don't look at what they're hiding from everybody. What nobody knows what you're hiding from them. Um, and that's what I'm saying. It's like wasting your time on TikTok. Like my TikTok is, I don't know what's gonna pop up. It could be anything. It could be educational. It could be a funny video. It could be some girl like showing her butt, like whatever. Like it could be, um, like educational, philosophical, uh, sports. It's like anything could pop up next, and that's what's entertaining. That's what keeps me like, oh man, what's next? But I'm like analyzing. I'm learning. Um, you know, some philosopher said if all you do is read, you become controlled. You don't think for yourself. So it's nice to be able to read and be a good reader and all that, but I pride myself on like being able to be like a critical thinker, um, challenge certain ideas, um, and I don't think I need to read all the philosophy books to understand philosophy. I can listen to somebody that's already um, went through the reading all the books and like of a certain philosopher, and he puts all the meat out there in a video, and I can listen to it, and that's all I need to get out of it. I don't need to go through all the details. I just need the meat, um, to get a good understanding of things. Because listen, man, I'm not gonna remember everything. I'm not gonna remember everything, and that's what the internet is great. The internet is great for like connecting. It's also not good for connecting, but like it's like our all of our hive minds. It's like a big giant it's a big giant computer gaining that has all of our information of is gonna have like all of humanity, and you're gonna be able to. It is a help. And um, I'm thankful for it, but um, I am. I kind of I think I'm slightly a philosopher in the 21st century, where because the philosophers in the past, they only lived in reality. They didn't live in the digital world like I live in and a lot of people live in. So when you're living in two different worlds, it's they like you could sit there and try to think about where we came from, our existence, all the philosophy. I think that's pretty much already thought of, um, pretty much all taken care of. Some people are way more smarter than me. Um, uh, people are way more smarter than me. Have already thought about that stuff and gotten a deep thought about things, right? About reality. Um, and there's people that are way smarter than me that are way better philosophers. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm the best philosopher. I'm just saying like maybe like a little bit philosophy, a little bit. Um, that's my humbleness coming out, by the way. Um, but it's already thought of. They've already spent a ton of time in reality, and they listened to other people that were living in reality and their different reality, and they've come to conclusions, and they're pretty spot on. And you can add a little bit, but it's just um, you know, I don't know, man. I think the internet's a good thing. It's a bad thing. I just think it's a thing with moderation. I think like honestly, the best thing to do is actual connection with humans. Um, and that's why we watch TV. That's why we watch sports. That's why we listen to music, and that's why we watch videos on here because we're trying to connect with other humans. Um, if you're watching a movie, you're connecting emotions with them. If you're same with music, and to be in complete solitude when you don't have any literature from humans, any type of movies, any type of music, complete isolation out in the woods. I mean, I I, I think that would be probably complete hell. I don't think a lot of people could handle that. I don't think I could handle that. Um, you probably will go insane. We need other humans, man. We need each other. Um, and what's scary is the AI that is coming out and that's going to be coming out is like they're seeing the ugliest side of us on the internet. they're gonna the AI is gonna scan everything, every single comment that you've wrote, every single comment that any human has ever wrote. They're gonna scan it. They're gonna look at it because it's so advanced. It's way more smart than we can ever comprehend. When they can think for themselves, they're gonna be able to like scan it all. Because like when somebody writes a comment on Elon Musk Twitter and there's like a million comments, like how the hell could even go through like 500? You know what I mean? And like a million? No. But AI is going to be able to go through all of it, and it's going to look at people and be like, People are nasty. And the bad thing is, it's not going to see like reality. And I think that most people are genuinely good people, and the AI is just not going to see that. That's what's scary. Um, the AI is, when it reads the comments, like, man, those are some nasty people. Like, they're so mean to each other. They tear each other down, and I'm in there. I've wrote some nasty comments, and that's what I'm trying to get away from. That's why I'm like, you know what? Do I really need to make a comment on this female's um pay her video of her exploiting herself? That's what she wants to do. That's what she wants to do. And just because I make a video, it's not gonna make a comment. It's not gonna do anything. People need to learn the hard way, and the good thing is maybe somebody else will learn from her mistakes, so they won't go down the same path. Um, yeah, I can see the future for that female, and it's probably going to be a lonely future when she gets to be old. And I see these females on there that are like in their mid 40s, and they're like, "Oh, I got my bag. I ain't got no kids, but I got money. I'm doing my thing." Well, yeah, because like you can still pull guys for physical, like, but the guys just they're not gonna look at you how you want them to, and you're just gonna keep aging, and it's just there's hopefully, like I said, hopefully other females will see their mistakes and not make those same mistakes. And I just think that I need to kind of just shut up. That's where I kind of want to get to is, I made videos and I was going to put them up all week. And I didn't because it was there's a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of good stuff. The only reason I made the only reason I made a video today, another one, there's the one about Andrew Tate, is because it was kind of requested. So you know, but like, I just think I just need to shut up and just watch, because I'm getting frustrated. My expectations aren't coming and for like what I'm always let down, man. My expectations are always let down. Um, I hate waiting. I hate it. I hate it. But I don't know, man. I just think like if you want to be if you think you're somebody else, like, who cares, man? Like, you want to be trans. Like, I don't even care. I don't even care, man. Um, you want to. It's like none of my business. I just don't care. I just don't care. I would only care like if I was gonna be talking to somebody like romantically and like they weren't truthful with me and I got duped. Then I would care, but or like somebody that I cared about. But you do you, man. We have one life, and you know this life is hard enough as it is. We have enough to deal with without even shooting ourselves in the foot. Without with external situations that limit to us. So it's like if something makes you happy, then it makes you happy. But understand there's consequences. If you want to eat junk and get big and fat and just play video games all day and be poor, then you're going to have to suffer consequences. That's life. The other sex, the you're going to have to pay for the attention of the opposite sex. Like, you're probably not going to attract very many. Same goes for the opposite. Like, you let yourself go, people aren't going to really be attracted to you. Um, but if you're not happy, then try to fix it. But it's like, don't let social norms or society look down on you because you like to do something. You like to play video games. You like to play video games. If you're a 50-year-old man, you like to play video games. Who gives a damn? Who cares? It's none of their fucking business anyway. As long as it's not affecting anything else. My whole thing is with life is you want to keep balance. You want to keep balance. Um, and some of us have to go without balance in certain parts of their life so they can get ahead. Like me, when it's coming up, I'm about done raising my kids. I'm gonna have to make my life completely imbalanced so I can get ahead financially because it's just not gonna nothing. It's just gonna be me. It's how it's always been. There's nothing been really dropped on my lap. I've had help. I'm not gonna lie. I've had help from family and stuff like that. I've had good situations, but now it's just me. Going forward, it's just me. Like, I'm not gonna have um some sugar mama drop out of the sky and like be attracted to me. It's probably not gonna happen, So, and it is what it is. So I have to I have to pick up myself by my bootstraps because I like to live in a safe area. I don't want to live in a bad area. Um, but and I like to have a vehicle that works. I like to have a vehicle that works. I don't like working on vehicles. So I'm gonna have to be working 80 hours a week sometime coming up soon. But I'm not gonna have to do that very long because I'm gonna live a minimalistic life. Um, but I guess that's all I got really. I don't know. This world is a strange place, and who knows what happens when we pass along. I think that I forgot which one it was. They were talking about leaning into absurdity, where it's just like it doesn't matter. That's what I was trying to say. It doesn't really matter what you do. You can be at the gym working out, and that's good. That's good, but in 50, 25 years after you're dead, nobody's going to care. Like, it doesn't. A normal person like us, like when we pass away, we're not going to have a bunch of wealth to pass on and like our names in like lights or something of a business. Most people, when they pass away, that are like peons like me, peasants, they're going to be forgot about really, really, really quickly. Uh, our family will remember us and all that, but when our children pass away, we'll be forgotten about. Like how much of your great grandparents are remembered? They're just not. It's like, what did they do? Like, if if they were spending time back then, 100 years ago, reading a paper or um I don't know what they were doing, listening to the radio nonstop or reading books or what does that matter now? What does that matter now? It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's just like, you know, it's not just finding what makes you happy. It's not just sitting in your chair. Um, doing things hard does help. It does, but you don't have to be this alpha dude to be successful. You really don't. Um, you might with the females, but then that's all they care about. They don't even they don't that's like they don't even care about me. That's why a lot of guys are probably starting to realize like they don't even care about me. They don't care about what I do for you. Um, I'm kind of past that. I'm past that stage. I don't want to do that no more. But yeah, I guess I guess when you're young, you really don't think about things. I remember when I was young, I didn't care about history at all. I didn't care about this stuff. Slightly, maybe. Slightly. Politics and stuff like that, slightly. But now it's very intriguing. And, you know, I'm 42 and I got probably another 30, 40 years left on this planet, maybe. My grandpa is still alive. He's 97. So, I mean, I could have 100 years. I could have another 60 years, and with life extensions I could have 100, I could have another 100 years. Who the hell knows? I'm just saying, like, I got a lot of time to think about things. um and as long, if you keep yourself in good shape, man, like, you can live a good life. I think keeping in shape is good. I think that's a good thing. I think diet's a good thing. um but yeah, I mean, that's all I got. Just rambling now.